Today on the channel, we got a double dose of the DC Collector's Edition with the Platinum Edition Deadshot and the regular edition Batman.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another DC Collector's Edition McFarlane Toys unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got Deadshot Platinum Edition, and we got Batman, the regular edition. But for all your Batman Deadshot needs and everything else McFarlane Toys, make sure you're hitting up jaystoysandgames.com. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 15% on all in-stock items. Yes, 15%. That's exactly what I did. I hustled over to Jay's. They got these in stock and I picked them up. Of course, we did unbox the regular edition of Deadshot and the Platinum edition of Batman previously on the channel. Make sure you check out those reviews if you did miss them. But now we're doing the exact opposites here. And of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And I guess we'll start with Batman. How about first? Now, I wasn't totally over the moon with this Batman in the first one. I did prefer the colors, the more classic to me colors in the first one, but this one probably playing a lot of hits for a few people as well. But there he is in the package, looking pretty good. DC Collector's Edition, 22 points of articulation, 12 and up. The usual stuff on this one here. I said 12 and up, and I forgot. He's got a gun! He's got a gun! Oh, McFarlane, he's got a gun. So he's 17 and up on this one. But I do like that they give us these weapons in here. I don't think anybody really cares about these ages. I don't think anybody's going to stop you from buying this if you're 15 years old. But you never know. Walmarts are crazy sometimes. What did I buy the other day at Walmart? I bought a Michael Myers NECA figure, and it wouldn't let me buy it. They had to call the associate over, and she had to check my ID that I was old enough to buy a NECA Michael Myers figure. And I just barely squeaked by, just barely. She goes, "You made it by a year." I said, whew, I'll buy this one. And then, of course, so there it is, though. There's Batman in the front. Batman year number 2, number 34 in the line. 34 in the line once again. And on the back, you got the Platinum Edition coloring back here for that. So interesting look, of course. But now let's get him out of the package. Let's find out all the fuss. And let me tell you, see you later, goodbye. Whenever Batman's involved, guess what? There's going to be some fuss. There's going to be some fuss. There always is. See you later, goodbye. Once again, DC Collector Stand, seen it before. We'll see it again. See you later. Shuffle off to the side. DC Stand has the silver logo on there. Now, they've been going back and forth on that one, so your mileage may vary. Now, we do get the card here, Batman Year 2. With only a year's experience as Gotham City's new protector, Batman must now confront a nightmare out of the past, a distorted reflection of himself called the Reaper, who hunted Gotham's criminals a generation earlier. His methods were harsh and cruel and violent in the extreme. Now, just as a new breed of criminal is rising, the Reaper has returned to deal out his savage brand of justice. And the only way for the Batman to stop the death-dealing vigilante is to forge an alliance with the man who destroyed his life, his own parents' murderer. But can the Dark Knight stand to confront the secret of their deaths? Or will the Reaper's revelations finally cost him his sanity? Oh, story at 11, of course. Maybe they'll get his figure in the future as well. We'll see what ends up happening there. Plastic prison for the Batman, of course. Got to have that. And then twist ties. Looks like we might only have one twist tie. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Saving money on the twist ties is what we're doing right there. Only one twist tie around the waist. But we got a cape that might as well be a twist tie. Very hard to get through. There we go. There we go. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. We got the pistol, of course. We got 2 extra bat hands. And then we got the big old weapon. There we go. See you later. Goodbye. Let's get down to business. Let's start with the accessories before we get to the figures. We do got a trigger hand over here, and we got a fist of fury. And over here, we got more of the maniacal hands on Batman. He's ready to go. He's ready to grapple, like a young Luthez. He's going to sit there and grapple with you. But we do get those 2 hands looking good. They got a little bit of that blue paint over the top, giving a little extra pizzazz against that black. And then we do get the handgun. Watch out, Batman's shooting people. But it is all in gray this time. He does have a holster to put it in, which is always nice to be able to store things on the figure. Then we do get the big old weapon here. It's an interesting one, and I've never read Batman Year 2, but does he really use this? It's an interesting weapon for sure. To me, I'm going to display one with the gun, one going all guns blazing, and then I'll have one with this one doing that thing. So choose your own weapon adventure for old Batman, of course. But now, Batman out of the package, ready to go take on the world. Now, the world is divided in more ways than one, but especially, I think the one thing that divides the world the most, Todd McFarlane, feel free to chime in wherever, is the cape controversy. A lot of people, they're concerned about tariffs, they're concerned about politics, they're concerned about sport teams, but I think everybody above that, the next level, is hard good capes or soft good capes. We can't decide what side of the fence you're on. I am all day soft good cape. I love a good soft good cape. Every once in a while, a plastic one's okay. This is one of those instances where I would really prefer a soft good cape. A little too crazy, a little bit too in the way. I do like that it's fairly pliable. It does kind of roll up and move out of the way, but it's just too much. It's too heavy. It's too big. Just not for me. Give me a good wired soft cape and I'm in all day long, of course. But this is Batman. I know a lot of people, this is kind of what you think of with Batman. I always go to the gray and blue attack for Batman first, but this is probably a strong number 2 color combo for me. Always love the yellow and the black Batman insignia, but looking good. He's got the big bat ears. They're at full attention right here. Full attention. He must be on some Blue Chew. Who knows what he's up to? He's grinning and bearing it on the teeth. The teeth are shining through, the whites of the eyes, the black cowl with the blue highlights to it, looking very nice. Same thing, the cape, all in black with the blue on the underside there. Looking good for what it is. Still would have preferred a soft goods for me. You got the holster over the top. You got to store that weapon somewhere, and you store it right here. Bam, right, ready to go if you need to. You got the big forearm guards there, the big old spikes coming out. Talked about the crazy hands out of the package as well. Got the yellow Batman utility belt, all kinds of stuff in there, as we do know. Got the black trunks on, you got the gray bodysuit there, and then you get the black and blue attack down into the shoes and the boots. Of course, articulation arms all the way around, bicep cut, double jointed pinned elbows. Get those out of here. It is what it is, though. Hands back and forth, side to side, removable. Head back and forth, side to side, looking good. Hula hoop up top, a little bit of traditional waist in there. Got those big old Batman splits if you do need them. Leg does go up a little bit. It'll kick you right in the groin if you're not careful. Double jointed pin knees. Oh, very tight on the knees. What are we doing, Todd? Very tight there. Ankles up, down, back and forth, side to side. And then you do get the McFarlane toe articulation. A must-have, as we do know. You got to have that toe articulation ready to go. And he should fit on a McFarlane stand. Why would he not? Why would he not fit on that stand? There we go. But he is so very top heavy, so you got to be careful with him, but he will fit on the stand. And I do have the other version here in a more classic version. For me, personally, this is a classicer version for me. But you just got to pick your poison, or like me, pick up both of these guys over at jaystoysandgames.com. I still prefer the blue version though, but still cool for what it is. The cape is the thing I hate the most on this figure by far. I think if this had a soft good cape with a wire in it, I think this would be one of my favorite Batmans. But unfortunately, this big cape, oversized, especially up in the air, dials it back a little bit for me. So your mileage may vary. Shout it out in the comments, of course. But we're not done with this review yet. We got Deadshot Platinum Edition. 2 Deadshots are better than one, I guess, is what we got going on. More of a reddish maroon color on this one here. Not as classic as what I think of in my brain with Deadshot. And of course, we'll compare it to the other one later on in this video. He's 12 and up because technically he does not have any guns, but he's got some weapons in here. Collector's Edition, DC McFarlane, of course. 22 points of articulation. DC Classics Edition right there on the side. Number 35 for those keeping track at home. Deadshot on the side, and then you got the classic artwork to match the prior incarnation we already unboxed on the channel. Get him out of the package. Let's see what Deadshot's up to. He's ready to take on the world. He is a Deadshot. Oh my gosh, come on. Come on. There it is. Get it out of here. See you later. Shuffle off to the side. Get the card out. Bam! See you later. Terrible see you later. There's the card. And then, of course, DC McFarlane stand. We've seen it before. We'll see it again. See you later. Goodbye. And we got that there. Let's read the card, see what's going on with Deadshot. Real name, Floyd Lawton. Floyd Lawton is Deadshot, known as the world's deadliest marksman. His weapons of choice are 2 guns mounted on each wrist. He began his career as a vigilante in Gotham City, but he later became a highly priced assassin and mercenary. He has been a core member of the Secret Six and the Suicide Squad. So he is a guy that gets around, of course, like a young Beach Boys, I think. Plastic prison right there, and he's got way more twist ties than Batman. I don't know what that means at the end of the day. Is there a reasoning for that? Or they just feel like Batman doesn't need as many? I don't know. I don't know. Somebody will have to answer. Todd McFarlane, you talking over there? doing all the talking with his feet, of course, and there's nothing but nonsense out of those toes, as I do know. I've witnessed it the last couple of years here on the channel. Let's get old Deadshot out of the package. Twist ties be gone. There we go. Get some extra hands, and once again, you got that cannibal tape, that cannibal Cambodian tape. Oh, watch out for it. And then we got tape for all these weapons. We got all the different blast effects you can put on there. And as we always say, you got to make it as different as possible from the other version. And that's exactly what I'm going to do with some of these effect pieces. But man, that Cambodian tape, not messing around, lost one off the table, grabbed it, just grabbed it barely. And then getting down to the hands as well. Oh, goodness. And there we go. See you later. Goodbye. All right, let's get down to business. How about we get a little bit of handsy business? We got 2 pointing fingers. What you going to do, brother? Hands, so you can use those. Then we do get 2 trigger hands over here. So you can obviously grab a weapon from one of those McFarlane weapon packs, a different character if you want to put it with Deadshot. Choose your own adventure, of course. But then we do get the effect pieces that plug into the sides of the arm. Nice to have for sure, but you got some that have the nice effects on the end. A little bit of the blast effects, 4 different ones here. Looking very good. Pick your poison. And then I do like the inclusion of 2 that don't have any effects to them to make them just kind of a regular pose. So very, very nice. I do like the accessories with this Deadshot. Very, very nice to see. But now we're diving into Deadshot, and this one is very interesting, because when I think of Deadshot, this is not what I think of. Maybe you do. I do not in this Platinum Edition. But he's got the big Silver Surfer-like head. He's got the little bullseye Deadshot right there on the eye, ready to go. Very angry face, even though he has a mask on. You can tell he's angry behind there. Very interesting maroonish color red against the silver. Definitely does pop. Definitely a look, that's for sure. You do got the plugins on the forearms where you can plug in those effect pieces if need be. He's got 2 fists of fury out of the package. So when the weapons don't work, he's going to use his fist. And we'll see how that goes for him, of course. He does got some canisters on the side there. I don't know if those are gas canisters or what, but he's got those going on. Got the silver boots going there as well. And then you got the maroon bodysuit and pants, of course. Arms all the way around for us. Do get a little bit of butterfly shoulder, a little bicep cut, double jointed, pinned elbows. Yes, they're pinned. Hands back and forth, side to side, head back and forth, side to side. Hula hoop plus traditional waist, the old double whammy. Big old splits if you need them. Legs go up for the big boot. Double jointed, pinned knees. Yes, they're pinned. Ankles back forth, side to side, up and down. Toe articulation as well for old Deadshot. He's ready to take on all comers, of course. Part of the Secret Six or Suicide Squad. Pick your poison. I guess you can have 2 different shelves for him with that. But he does look pretty good for what he is. But once again, I do prefer the first version. It's more classic to me. This is more what I end up thinking of. Maybe you're different, maybe you're not. But I prefer the regular edition of this one for sure over the Platinum. And the exact opposite over here for Batman. So interesting how that ended up netting out. But what did you prefer? What did you think of these? Let me know in the comments down below. And of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell, as we got videos every single day and then some. We got even more content for you, if you can believe it, over there on Patreon. Patreon, your best way to support this YouTube channel. You can also support the channel YouTube channel memberships. You can get early access to both channels' videos, if that is your thing. My new book available at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, or via me, The Complete Guide to the ECW Original San Francisco Toy Makers. Appreciate the support over there. New podcast episodes every single Tuesday. It is The Kyle Peterson Show. Sir Paul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and of course, The Kyle Peterson Show at gmail.com. So for a double dose of McFarlane Collector's Edition, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we going to dance or are we going to play?